We're recording now. Yeah. Some fool, some cat breaker, got into my spot last night. Remember that one I had, that the construction zone over there? Right? But I was supposed to meet up with Robin and Sean, right? And we were supposed to go eat dinner over at 38th Street and Polk at the Streets of Destiny Church, because it's Friday. It was Thursday, right? Or Friday. And so I told her, I said, I'll meet you over there, right? So I took off to go to Fair Trade, right, to catch up on my work, because I had just come back from Tempe. Well, anyways, just as I finished, I looked up and it was getting ready to storm or rain. So I figured, I'd have my usual 20-25 minutes or so before it rained to zoom over there at 38th Street or 34th Street in Van Buren, meet up with Robin and Sean. Didn't happen. Last night, dude, after like 3 raindrops, it just started pouring, right? So, and I was already drenched. I was only 3 blocks down the street to Circle K, and I was already drenched. So I said, screw it. I'm just going to zoom over to the spot, you know what I'm saying, to the construction zone and sneak in, right? Get cleaned up a little bit and just go to sleep. Because it's going to rain. It rains like this, it's going to rain all night. Right, cool. Worked, plan. It was great. But 3:05 a.m., I was woken up by the Phoenix Police Department's helicopter yelling and screaming over the PA for me to come out with my hands up, right? Then I'm in there, right? And you know what? Nobody knew I was in there, because when I got in there, right, there were still people in there working, and they didn't even know I was in there. This is what happened. 3 o'clock in the morning, one of the local tweakers needed a place to fuck crash and tired of being wet. Alright, so he cracked the fence, crawled through. One of the neighbors saw him, heard all the commotion, right, called the police. He was the one that they were after. I was the one that was trapped. Alright, now, in situations like this, the only thing you can do is calmly, patiently, quietly go about packing up your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, the cops won't. And at least if you get out of jail, you get back in your property. But if they don't take it, you won't get it, right? So that's what I did. I calmly, quietly packed up my shit while the helicopter swirled around. 45 minutes, shining the light in the window in the room where I was at. But I knew I was safe. I knew it wasn't me that they were looking for, right? Because I was asleep. How could somebody see me, right? If I was asleep, right? I had all the doors locked to the apartment that I was in. Right, I was in one of the first floor ones. One's done. It's got carpet, the water works. Then got hot water. Got a big old giant bathtub. Yeah, there's a reason why I go to these places. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's a reason why the police respond when somebody says, because it's a felony. It's called burglary, right? Anyway, getting close to sunrise, about 4:75. I still hadn't made my escape, because the cops swirled around for an hour, the helicopter swirled around for an hour, and then the 3 SUVs that were trying to fucking catch the dude, they swirled around for at least another 30 minutes after that. By then, it was already 4 o'clock. I was already ready to go. I had all 27 all packed up, I had everything tied on, I was ready. I just needed an escape. I just needed a window, right? So I was standing there, right, just inside the fence underneath the scaffolding, right, where the fence panel was, where the hole was in the fence, waiting for the perfect moment to bust through the fence and make a run for it. When all of a sudden, the job foreman and a couple of the boys showed up, and they parked right there, right across from where I was standing at the fence. They couldn't see me because of the fence panel on it, but no, I was really stuck. Boom. I waited and waited. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Wait, I was right there. I already had the gate halfway open. All I had to do was hit it with my shoulder, push 27 through, and make it run to the street. Boom, we were gone. Once I started pedaling, they weren't going to catch me. All right? But knowing full well that if I did that, that the foreman was going to call the cops, right? Because today, a couple hours ago, the cops were swirling around this place, right? You know what I'm saying? Looking for a wanted criminal. Yeah, Julio. Anyways, to cut down on some of the story time, right? I finally, one of the guys that was coming through, one of the stucco guys that was walking through he saw me. He looked up and he seen me. And I said, hello, good morning, hola, blah, 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 blah. I was real friendly to him and all that stuff. And He didn't really pay much mind to me because he knows, come on, this is Phoenix. Everybody knows what time it is. Right? You know what I'm saying? But I knew now that I had to go. I had to make a break for it. You know what I'm saying? Right? Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Now, within a matter of minutes, the cops are going to show up because this is going to go tell the foreman. And the foreman's going to call the cops. Right? Because the cops have been hunting for motherfuckers, right? Since last night that broke into the property. Right? Now, so, what I did was at that point is I gave the fence a shoulder. I busted out, made a run for it, grabbed my backpack, booked me 27, hit the pavement, we were gone. Boom! Now, since then, it's now 10:30, I'm ready for BB. Since then, that was it, like 5:15 this morning, broad daylight. Since then, the cops have been swirling around in that area. They've been swirling around here at the library looking for the wanton criminal driving a green bike. Yeah, guess who that is? Well, we got out to Work Park. Used to Work Park. And all the commotion. I had my little weed jar fucking over there in the corner of the little room just in case I needed to throw it out the window. You know what I'm saying? It was only just a bud, just one big bud that homeboy gave me for, from 10 feet. But still, it was good ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And all the commotion and all the foolishness, I forgot it. And I didn't realize it until I got all the way to Circle K at 7th Street and Roosevelt. Right? And I can't go back now because now the fence is going to be sealed. And nobody's getting in there. Dude, the cops are going to be patrolling that fucking place from this point on. Helicopter patrols at night, everything, the whole bit. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's really irritating to no end that some people it's not that they don't follow the rules, it's that they have no idea that there are rules to being homeless. There are certain things that you have to do, you have to maintain your station, right, with certain acts, certain things. And one of them is not trying to fucking jump over the fucking fence at 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning, right, to go guerrilla camping in a place where it's fucking a felony, right, to get caught inside. Yeah, I was breaking the law. Damn right I was. Right? But I was the one they were looking for. They didn't even know I was there. Right? They didn't know I was there until I made my escape. So it wasn't me that they were looking for. Right? So, if heaven forbid, if you ever should end up in this situation, right, and it's pouring cats and dogs, and you're soaked to the bone, and everything you own is wet, and you have nowhere else to go but break the law to get to a dry place where you can be safe. I always come down on the side of good, on the side of what's right for yourself. I'm not encouraging you, I'm not condoning you breaking any laws or any of that bullshit, but sometimes, dude, life gets in the way and you gotta do what you gotta do. Now. Right? I'm taking my chances right now because I talked to Terry a little while ago on the way over here. Right, when I was coming through the park, he told me that the cops just went through, so I'm hoping BB and Patrick show up pretty soon. Right, because I don't want to be here sitting next to 27. He's green. It's me, Brian, the homeless guy, enjoying this red cheese pork burrito. This is good. Thank you. Fuck yeah. Might get another one. Thank you.